Hello and welcome to another episode of Right Politics. I wanted to start today about this TV show that's on TBS called Full Frontal with Samantha Bee. And I watched this episode twice because they had a rerun on last night, and I thought it was pretty interesting. As you know, or maybe not, she's a very liberal woman, nighttime talk show host that often her entire monologue, show, and ending is political point of views from a liberal point, standing in her viewpoints. And of course, she's not like alt left or anything like that. But the reason why the title of this video might have kind of brought some concern is that what we all kind of thought the last few years, especially after Barack Obama, is that the longing of the left is to actually have some kind of compensation, if not financially, through public service for the African American community. What she's proposing is a monthly payment that is supposed to be made to all African Americans for restitution for slavery. And she compares it to a program that paid a pension to Holocaust survivors. As you know, the only difference with this is everyone who committed the atrocities of slavery have been dead for generations. Well, as the Holocaust happened within our lifetime, there are actually very few, but several Holocaust survivors still around, as well as World War II veterans. The whole idea is someone of African American descent wanting restitution for something that has happened many, many generations ago, where no one is currently living, and saying that the reason why they are being oppressed in this current modern day is because of slavery that happened way back in 1865. And I've said this many times, that's like Americans still being angry at Britain for the Revolutionary War, when it's been about 200 years since the dust has settled on that war, and we are very good friends with Britain nowadays. The only difference is African Americans feel conflict with Americans because of things like, not the outcome of the war, but the atrocities that were made during the war. But if you're going to make a claim for restitution, it has to be through events of current day, or at least in the generation before ours, but not something that spaces back to 150 years. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments, and always be tuned in for the next episode of Right Politics. Have a good night.